Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and today we will discuss the situation in Ukraine on the 5th of April. And this video I would like to discuss the Donbass operation in the global scope. In my previous videos we discussed the situation on each front line without connections to each other, or we were trying to connect the actions and things which happens in the very nearest front lines. But today I would like to explain you the global scope of this operation. What does it mean, Donbass operation? And what do Russians want to achieve with this operation? And of course we will start from the main area where Russians are planning to attack, from the town named Izum, from this area. As we discussed in the previous videos, there are a few ways Russian can use to attack for attacking Ukrainian forces. And the most obvious position, the most obvious place they can attack is this one. They're attacking Slaviansk. I'm sure that Russian they will use this line, but it's not the main way to attack, because as far as you remember, we discussed that this line is right in front of Slaviansk, and we know that this territory is very heavy fortified area, and there is no chances if Russian will go here to break through this front line. But they will use this channel, this pipeline, because as we know, the Russian famous tactics is to attack enemy from different sides. This is the first line of attack. Another place, another town, another important town in this area is town named Barvinkova. And yesterday we discussed situation about the tank battle, and today we got information that these towns where yesterday were a tank battle is already under Russian control. So, and this town lays right on the road to Barvinkova. So that's mean that this is their next target to attack. This is the road. And what are they planning to do? Of course, the main idea, I'm not saying that they will be able to do this, but it's the target they want to achieve. They want to cross this river. They're crossing this river, and it allows them from somewhere here to attack Slaviansk and Kramatorsk from the back. So you see one direction, another direction, and they're attacking Slaviansk, Kramatorsk from the back. Also, if they will be able to get somewhere here or establish front line here, we can mark it as like this. So they will be able to cut off these two main cities or take these cities under fire control. Also, if they will be able to cross this town, they can continue, they can move further and also attack Kramatorsk from the back. Now let's see from the zoom out map. You see that it's something like a hat. It's something like a hat in Donbass border. From the northeast, we spoke a lot about Tame Liman. So Russians, they are planning to attack this town from this area, and also they're moving here to this position, and they're attacking Liman from this side. And if they will be able to take town Liman, then they will be able to establish fire control over Slaviansk, because there is not very far from here. So we are showing the line here as well. But I'm not sure that Russians will cross this river, because Seversky Donetsk, and they will just use this position as very close position to Slaviansk, and they will be able to control this part of Slaviansk, and they will just use it as artillery for bombing, for artillery control, and so on. Now let's move to the south, to the Avdiivka-Gorlovka direction. This is the place where Russians are moving to town named New York. And as we discussed, the main idea of this operation is to cut off this road. So let's show it on the map, like this. So, and now we can say that we can call it a small boiler. You see this, right? So this is the minimum plan Russians plan. This is the minimum Russian plan. They're attacking town Barvinkovo, they're crossing the river, and they're blockading town Kramatorsk and Slaviansk from the west. Meanwhile, they're attacking from the Gorlivka-Avdiivka region to the west-north, cutting off this road, and that's it. This is the total boiler. There is no way to escape from this territory. There is no way to get supply to this territory, because if Russians will be able to take Barvinkovo, they will cut off the railway station and the railway supply to this heart of Donbass border. If they will be able to attack here and cross both these roads, they also will cut off all kind of support and supply from the west. This is the main boiler. This is the inside boiler where the temperature will be the highest. But of course, we know that Russians, they're working not just here. They have some clashes here and so on. So now let's move to Mariupol. Very soon, I think that in a week or two, today, by the way, there was another news that another 30 Ukrainian soldiers surrendered. So yesterday it was 257, today is 30. And I think that now we will see everyday picture how Ukrainian soldiers surrenders every day. And it will be. I don't think that people there, they want to die. No. So as soon this operation will over, we will see some reinforcement into this direction, and I think for now that's it. So these powerful, experienced troops, as I think, some of these forces will be dropped to Novosilovka region, and some of them to Gorlovka-Avdiivka region, to increase the power of this group and to increase the power of this group, because we know that they need more powerful this group to cut off this line, and also they need to increase the power of this group because they are also moving to the north. But I will not show any line here. I will explain later. So this is the minimal scope of this operation, of preparing a small boiler, but it's just the top of iceberg. Now let's move next. Let's take a look at this region. This is let's call it Izium background. There is a rivers around this town named Barvinkovo, and we discussed this. And there is a small valley. You see this valley? It's the valley from town named Izium if Russians go here. So there is no river here. There is any problem to cross this territory with tanks, with army, and so on. So Russians, of course, if there is no problem to cross, and there is, as far as you can see, there is no big town where Ukrainians can establish their fortified area. So of course, Russians will go there. It's obviously. So let's mark another line here. Okay. Now we see that something interesting is appearing on the map. Let's move next. Близнюки, this is town Близнюки, is the railway station. It's a very important town. First of all, this is town that stands on the railroad, and this railroad supports the heart of Donbass. But the main idea, the most important town here is town named Lazovaya. Take a look at this town, and this town connects four railroads. It's a very big supply center. This town named Lazovaya connects Kharkiv group, Zaporozhye-Dnieper group, Kiev group, and Donbass border. So of course it's the most important target here as well, to blockade this town or to capture this town. Let's discuss a few options. First of all, if Russians will be able to take this town, first option, the most successful for them, to capture this town. They will attack, they will capture this town. For example, they're attacking. In case if their attack will be successful, they will be able to create such a defense. It's fortified area. You see these rivers here, very heavy rivers, and if they will take this town, Lazovaya, Panyutina, these few towns, Ukrainians, they won't be able to cross this. It's the case if Russians will be successful in this operation. If not, also they can establish another front line, another fortified area here. It's also a very nice position. Of course, it's very close to town, and there will be very heavy artillery and tank battles. I'm sure about that. But in any case, even if Russians will be able to take this territory, Ukrainians, they have just one way to attack, through this. So it's like a very bad position for both sides. And Ukrainians, they won't be able to storm this area because we know that how much heavy this army here and what kind of army equipment they have. It's a combination of Kharkiv, Kiev and Chernihiv group. It's a very heavy army. And so that's why there is like few options for Russians. Or to take this town is the best solution for them, of course, but I'm not sure that they will be able to do this because it should be done very fast. Maybe they don't have such time. Or to prepare such front fortified line here. It's also a very good solution. They will have more losses, more frontline battles, and they will be under the open air in this case. But we know that Russian, they know how to prepare fortified areas, so we'll see what is going to be next here. Okay, now let's move next. If Russians will be able to take town Barvinkovo, they will start their operation, we could say the main Donbass operation. But they need to protect their flanks, because Ukrainians, they have here already, like we talk about this later, they are preparing some fortified territories here. And another very important town after Lazovaya, Panyutina is town Pavlograd. This is a very big town. And also you see that this town is, we can say, also a center, supply center. There are also few railroads and one big road for cars. And this road there connects, for example, we can say town Dnipro with south of Donbass border, with this territory, with town named Pokrovsk. So as I see, if Russians will be able to establish control over this territory, they can push the forces to the bottom. It's not they won't be able to attack Pavlograd because you see there is a very heavy rivers. But from the other side, Ukrainian forces, they also won't be able to attack back because they also need to cross these rivers. So it's like territory not for them, not for Russians. It's very nice position because Russian can move down to the south without any problems. You see that there is no rivers and just fields, the roads and fields and small villages, so they can go forward without any problems. And I think that if Russians will be able to get here, they will be able to cut off this road and establish fire control over this territory, and Ukrainian forces, they will lose this road for support of the Donbass area. But there is still another road on the south. You see this road, this one, from Zaporozhye to the south of Donbass border. And this is the operation we also discussed a lot about taking Kurakhova and about cutting off the road near Pokrovsk and so on. And I told you before that Russian main idea to pass through the town named Novosilka in the north direction to cut this road. So we will show it like this. This is it. Something like this. And now they can attack Kurakhova from the back, but from the other side they are breaking this road. And now you can see the big Donbass border. So one of these part of operation to surround this part with forces from Izum, another one to establish a very powerful defense and front line on the flanks. So they will be able to protect Russian forces which in this territory, using this we could say like territory between Ukrainian forces and Donbass border, and this territory is very important for Russians. They need to protect them because these forces from the west, Ukraine, they will try to break through this line if Russians will be able to establish control. And this is the global scope of Donbass border operation. So you see this. And that's it for. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel and have a good day. Bye bye.